Our gardens were getting older. They were almost 20 years old, and we had built them. And we decided we were going to go with metal ones. So we did a lot of research in the winter, and we decided on Vego. They were a little more pricey than the other ones. We read and watched a lot of reviews, and we decided to go with them, and we're glad we did. Okay, it's February 4th, and we just got our delivery of our 6 Vego raised bed gardens. And we're a couple of months away from getting them into our garden, but we're here and ready to start putting them together. So it's mid-February, so I thought I'd start unboxing and putting some of these together. Got 6 of them to do. They come well packed. They have inner cardboard to protect. Out of all 6 boxes I opened, I had no damage, no missing parts. Everything was fine. So once you've got all the hardware out, what you want to do is open up your hardware package and separate your nuts, bolts, and washers. Get yourself some cups, or like I have these little plastic things for the kitchen, and they work very well. Now, this is another time-consuming thing, so I timed it just to see how long it would take me to just sort one bag of these. It took me 8 minutes to do one of them. 1 down and 5 to go. Next up is you want to tear off all the little plastic that's on all the panels. There's 12 panels, so there's plastic on the front and the back. It's put on really well, so I timed that, and it takes 40 minutes to do that. Now there's 10 configurations on the Vego beds that we picked out. We went with the 4x8s. What you want to do is lay out all your pieces on the floor to make sure you know where they're going to go by this little diagram. Now to the assembly. What you'll need is the 10mm wrench that comes with it, but I found it easier to use my power drill driver and a ratchet wrench with a 10mm socket. One last thing, you'll need a Phillips screwdriver. Now that you have everything laid out how you want to assemble it, you'll start putting it together. I started with the rounded corners and did both ends first, the 4-foot sections. I found the easiest way is to put the bolt through the top hole, get your acorn nut, because that's the one that you use the acorn for, only the top bolt. Once you put the top one in, then go and put the very bottom one in, and then the rest go in pretty easily. Next, I used my power drill to snug them all up, but not completely tighten them. I used my ratchet to tighten them down so then I wouldn't over tighten. Don't forget the braces. The 4th one down on the middle panel, you'll remove the screw, put in the braces, and that's where the screwdriver comes in. Then you just screw it back in and you're all set. Okay, now that we have them built, let's take them outside and get them filled up. Our present gardens were made of wood, and they lasted almost 20 years. We had to patch them here and there. We were going to go with a big project, so we decided to add, instead of having 4 gardens, we went with an extra 2 back up to a common area, so we were able to fill them with twigs and leaves. The plan was to remove the soil from the older gardens and put them to the new ones, and that's why we had to build them up with leaves and twigs and everything. So that worked out pretty good until you get to the last 2. Then we had to fill them with garden soil and topsoil. Also purchased one of the frost guards, which was very easy to assemble and install. We could plant some colder weather vegetables. Now it's mid-March, we have all of them done, and we're still a couple of weeks away from planting season. We decided to make some worm bins, so we got these plastic containers at Home Depot. I think we got 4 of them for $10. I drilled some holes in them, then we installed them in all the beds, filled them with some scrap paper, some table scraps, put some water in there, and hope we can get some really good worms going. We really liked how the beds turned out. It's the first time that we ever bought beds, not made them ourselves. Project actually was quicker than we thought we were going to get. We got some good breaks in the weather. I'm editing this March 23rd. We're still a couple of weeks from planting. The last thing we have to do is put rock or mulch around all the gardens, and we'll be all done. At this point, we're glad we bought these beds. They are a little more expensive than some others we checked out, but they have very quality construction, easy to put together, and I think they'll last a long time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.